record? Yes, hello, hello. I just transitioned from automatic to manual settings on the tracking, and man, this seems to make a difference in my expressions, as far as I can see in the calibration. Good things to play with. I should play with it more, really, but for now, we're going to spend the last bit of the evening playing Pips by the New York Times. Check the audio and it's right before we start this time. We need a doublet in the dark blue. We have 4s or 3s available. We have greater than 6 by itself. That's going to take up the 4s. Oh, we do have a double 2 available as well. Something that is greater than 4 uses up our only other 4. We have 2 things that are equal, greater than 2, greater than 4 total. Greater than 4 total uses up the 6. Now the doublet, double 2 is the only available. And we have to use 2 1s in this way. Decent challenge for an easy puzzle, but never expect those to take too long compared to the medium and hard. Let's see what the medium gives us today. We have a 5 and 3 things that aren't equal, and then another 5 things that aren't equal. That's interesting. And a double in 2 and a 4. Given the positioning, like this cell is only bordered by the one on its right, so this is going to force this to be horizontal, this to be horizontal, this to be horizontal, same there. None of these are the right dominoes, but the right placement, yes. And then these 3 are vertical. So it's going to finish out like that. Give those back. Let's sort these. Done. Okay. 5 of a kind, or 5 not of a kind, could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, except that there are no 0s and no 1s, so it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in some order. That tells us that we need to reserve the 6 for use in there somewhere. Maybe we could do it there and use a 5 up, but I don't know that that's likely. Whatever this is downward, it cannot be a double domino, so it can't be the 5s, the 4s, or the 3s, or the 2s. It could be a 2-5 or a 3-4. I wonder if it's going to be either of those, though. Maybe the 2-5. Let's start playing around here. The 5-5 uses that 5 up decently well. Now, if we do that, we can't have this be 2 5s. Do we have enough for that to be 2 5s, actually? Because we have a 5 in the orange, we have at least 1 5 in the pink. The purple might or might not have one. So to have this be a double 5, we would need 2 more. That's 5, 5, 5, and 5. Yes, we do have enough. We don't have enough. Well, we do have enough 2s. It could be that, hypothetically. I might need to just play around with some things, see if the placement comes out. Maybe we can do 3s here. 3, 4, 5, hypothetically. Now it can't be a 5 there. If we tried to do it this way, we'd need to get the... Yeah, that's not going to work out for us, I think. Maybe we can do better with that somehow. Like 2, 5, 5, 6. No, same problem. This could do though, right? Like, Get the 2's in there, get the 3's in there, the 4's in there. 5, 6, kind of in order. Oh yeah, that's pleasing to the eye. And then the 5, 5 goes back there after all. That one I would love to run through after I build a solver, programmatic solver for this one, because I don't know how much of that was just guesswork and vibes. Like having these be in order, having these be in order and sequential was not guaranteed, because I didn't bother doing a full count other than how many 5s do I have. Let's see what the hard gives us, because it says 6. I do love that they spell things as often as they do. Yeah, at this scale, you can't really guess to nearly the same effect as you can with the easy and the medium. So this forces kind of more exacting play. This is 6, not of a kind. We have 5 of a kind, and we know the placement of that doublet. In fact, we know the placement of every domino on the board already. There's no block of 2x2 to confuse that kind of thing. So this is a doublet, that last green into half a 6 into a full 6, greater than 1 into something, 4 of a kind with the doublet there, something 6. That's 2 things here, the purples and the greens, that use a double domino, and then that same value ties to a 6. How many 6s do we have running around? Ooh, kind of a lot. So that could do a 6-5, a 6-4, a 6-3, a 6-2, a 6-1, or a 6-6, but then that would use up the double 6, so it's not going to be that. We don't have a 6-0. Do we have a double 1? Yes. We don't have a double 2, we have a double 3. No double 4, no double 5. Okay, so that tells us that the greens and purples are 1s and 3s, and we don't know which one yet. But if it was going to be... Oh no, I did that wrong. This doesn't go directly to a 6. This goes to half a 6, and then it ties off to there. So this could be the 1-4 to a 2-6. But because it doesn't need to tie to a 6 directly, like we could also get a... Oh, there is a 0-6, so I don't even have that. There's a 6 tied with everything? Yes, there is. Okay. Well, fine. The purples are either 1s or 3s. We can say that. To finish out the purples, if this was, say, 3s, 6-3 would be there, the 3-3 doublet would be there, and then we need something that's a 3 tied to a greater than 1. So we have a 3-0 and a 3-1 that won't do it, but we do have the 3-2. If we did that, we would need... Maybe the X can help clarify there. And we need to keep in mind that we're saving one of at least most of the values for there. If this is 3s, I think this is the only way to do that. So that's interesting. We have a double 0 or a double 1, so under these conditions we would guess 3-1 maybe. 1-1, and then 1-6 could work. I think we have enough 6s for that. 1-0 might run into problems. We have just barely enough 0s. And we don't have a 0 to a less than 3. So, again, on the assumption that the purples are 3s, this would be, and under the assumption that this is a 3-1 instead of a 3-0, this would be a 1-6. And that would use up the 6-6, so we're 2 assumptions deep The 6-2 or the 6-0 could fill out this. The 6-4 or the 6-5 could fill out this. It's kind of a lot of ambiguity to have. Because we're using the 6s over here, under these two assumptions, 3s purple and 1s in the dark blue, this would be our only remaining double domino to put here. We have a lot of choices. 0, 1, 5, 6 would work. 0, 3. 3, 6 is actually taken, so no. 0, 6 would require another 0, 6. So we have exactly one choice. I take it back. 0, 1, and 5, 6 under these conditions. Of note, that's our last 5, so that tells us that under these two assumptions, the cyan has to be every number except 5. We have a 0, a single 1, a single 2, a single 3. So we would need to have this in there. And a single 2 and a single 1. So those would have to go in there. And then 6, 0, and 6, 4 actually do work for us. So those are two assumptions. We're good. We have not proven that this is a unique solution, but we got to that solution pretty smoothly. I'm pleased. Metagaming, starting with the 3s here as opposed to the, what was the other option? The 1s, was a bit self-serving because that forced these values more. Like if it was going to be a 1, 1 and a 1, 6 instead of a 3, 3 and a 3, 6, then we would have not the 1, 0. We'd need to use the 1, 3 up here, or the 1, 4. Yeah, so we wouldn't be able to place this one. We would have 2 dominoes down instead of 3 to kind of test out the 50-50 guess. And I like to guess the more constrained option because it fails faster. And then I think because of the nature of these puzzles, where like they need to have either a single solution or a satisfyingly constrained set of solutions, it ends up where the more constrained choice is, I think, more often right than 50-50. Haven't proved that out, but it would be an interesting data point to go and look at later down the line. For now, we just play having fun with the puzzles, checking audio and levels and whatnot, and this is a nice balance to the 2.5 hour arcane library session that I played today. So if you want a longer form of me just babbling and very relaxedly cleaning a library with no magic, or a magic library but not using the cheaty magic powers, feel free to check out that video. Have a lovely evening. Bye.